Hi everyone, my name is Friederike Peters. I'm an intuitive coach and I work, among other tools, with the completion process. What is the completion process? It's a method of inner child work. What is inner child work? Let's explain. Does that mean that I have a child inside? I'm not pregnant. Well, you kind of are. And in fact, you have many inner children. So let me explain. We all know in our lives, either from ourselves or from other people, that there are situations where we overreact. There's some situations that kind of trigger us in a way that we don't know why, but we feel very, very strongly about. And we like to say often that this person that is overreacting behaves like a child. And the reason why we say that is because in that situation they are a child. How could that be? Well, some time ago, in their childhood, there's something that happened that they could not process. They had this situation similar to the situation that is occurring now, that they couldn't move through. They weren't allowed to feel what they were feeling. They weren't they weren't allowed to express what they needed to express. And so they got stuck. Part of them is still stuck in this coding, in this pattern, this automatic behavior. So this means that a person that is 35 and runs into a similar situation than when they were 5, even though they can't remember that situation, they start behaving like a 5-year-old. So what we do in inner child work is we take ourselves back to when that first happened so that we can relive the situation and integrate everything that was stuck there, and so that we can move on and be much, much freer now. This means that we lose really, really unhealthy behavior patterns that back then it was good to have them because we needed to cope, we needed to survive. But naturally, we don't need that anymore when we're 35, right? So, inner child work means meeting our inner children, because there are a few situations like that one, meeting our inner children and in fact meeting their needs. Because in a situation that wasn't processed, these kids, we as kids, had needs that weren't met. And this is what we do. We go back there, we meet the needs, and we integrate these parts into the now. All of this is done while you are in a kind of, let's say, meditative state. As you can imagine, you have your eyes closed, and through the process, which I will explain to you in more detail in another video, we let images from our past come up, we invite them in, and then we stay in that situation. And that's where we work. Everything that we work with comes deeply from our unconscious mind. That's in fact why we can't remember this situation from before, because it's unconscious. And in the process, during inner child work, especially the completion process, we invite these images from back then to come up. And that's where everything gets resolved inside, and inside everything is integrated. So this was just a very, very brief explanation of inner child work, and I hope you get some clues about how this can be helpful and why it makes sense to actually look at what's deep down inside. You can use inner child work on really strong emotional triggers that you have right now. You can use it on certain themes that keep reoccurring in your life, certain issues where you're You're noticing, oh, this is happening again to me, and this is happening again to me. Like, why is this going on? You can use it with illnesses. All of this is connected to what's happening inside and to what happened when we were young. Everything is connected. Thank you so much for listening to me. It's a great joy for me to guide people through the completion process and to meet their inner children. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, please always get in touch and let me know about you and your needs. Thank you.